The World Economic Forum's annual meeting of Global Future Councils came to a close in Dubai this week. At the center of the world's largest brainstorming event was the future and the fourth industrial revolution. Our Moon Connyoung sent this special feature piece from Dubai.
Dubai. If you came to Dubai a few decades ago, sand is all you would have gotten. Then, in a matter of years, amazing things happened.
Dividing the largest city in the UAE into two commercial districts, the Dubai Creek epitomizes the city's personality. A magnificent sophistication of the 21st century walking hand in hand with these abras, traditional wooden boats that's been used for centuries as a means of transport. In the span of just 20 years, Dubai turned from a desert into an oasis of stone, marbles, concrete, glass, and raw excitement. The bolder and wackier the idea, the more likely it was to be accepted. For instance, the Burj Khalifa Tower right behind me. It's the tallest structure in the world, standing at roughly 830 meters off the ground. Now, bringing Burj Khalifa to life required a combination of visionary ideals and solid science, with an eye on the future. So it's really no wonder that the World Economic Forum's inaugural meeting focused on future preparedness is taking place right here in Dubai.
The network of Global Future Councils is a new community launched by the World Economic Forum to provide insight and vision to tackle some of the world's most critical global challenges and help prepare governments, businesses, and communities for the arrival of the fourth industrial revolution.
So the beauty of this meeting is, and the mandate of the councils and their role within our wider organisation, our wider community, is to help prepare us and contribute to the work that's going on across our community and our neighbourhood to hopefully bring about solid systemic change.
Lee Howell, Managing Director of the World Economic Forum, is the main architect of this unique discussions platform. He says with a 2-year mandate, the role of the councils is to contribute analysis and generate ideas so that knowledge captured here are directly channeled into projects to prepare for the future. The key question?
How do we become more prepared? How do we actually anticipate and not be surprised about these changes? First is to get the relevant experts from all walks of life to actually give a better picture, not just today, but of the future, or anticipate that so that we can then go from the diagnosis to sort of a prognosis and possibly even some prescriptions on how to be better prepared and ready for this.
Lee Sang-yup is co-chairing one of the 35 councils, the Council on Future of Biotechnology. A world-renowned chemical and biomolecular engineer and distinguished professor at the Korea Advanced Institute of Science and Technology, Lee is excited about the plethora of ideas exchanged under his moderation.
Our council will address those issues in multi-dimensional matrix mode. So one axis will be what. What here means that climate change we have to address, food, enough food for everybody in 9.7 billion people coming up, and then also healthcare, chronic diseases, and also the neurological disorders, etc. A lot of these what issues will be mapped with enabling sub-technologies of biotech. That's how.
So that is metabolic engineering to address climate change, gene editing for some of the genetic diseases, and food production, to name a few.
And then we're going to map with what, how, when, where, who, why. And we came up with this platform to think about. So we're going to humbly suggest the things to consider by the other experts, government, public, and all the stakeholders.
And just how do you do that? How do you share the thoughts and ideas discussed among council members here at this forum in this magnificent resort in Dubai with the rest of the world? Again, advanced technology.
This is a unique hub. What you're seeing here is some of the experts being invited to speak live on Facebook.
Oh, this is Facebook Live.
On any given moment, you're literally having thousands, tens of thousands of people exposed to the ideas in real time here. It was not possible, a few years ago.
The fourth industrial revolution has become, to many of us, a reality that we actually feel and experience in our day-to-day lives. How has your discussion evolved over the past year, and where are you right now?
We, humans, we are the ones that direct the fourth industrial. We've called it that. We have the power to call it something else. We have the power to move in another direction. So this is not about adapting to a new reality. It's about shaping the future reality.
And shaping the future of reality with a sense of stewardship. With a sense of stewardship, as more than 700 of the world's leading minds here in 2016 today are committed to doing. Making decisions not just for the most pressing and urgent issues, but making decisions with the future generation in mind. A responsive and responsible leadership in practice. 문건영, Arirang News, Dubai.